Hey, what's going on YouTube? RMMO25 here, bringing you another game on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and it's been a really long time since I had a post-narrated battle. This time I have Charizard Pyroar and I'm going against Donphan Dragons. And by the way guys, if you know how can I get Gengar deck box, well, Mega Gengar deck box and Mega Gengar sleeves, please let me know. I want to know that, and I don't. And that makes me really sad. Okay. So, when I was going into this game, I thought actually this guy was going to play Mewtwo, Landorus, Seismitoad, but that was not the case. He's playing really annoying stuff, but good for me. He shows me that he's playing Mewtwo, and that's good. At this moment, I really was not sure if this was going to be what's this thing called? Donphan or not. It's really expected from what I can see, but I was really not sure. Anyway, right there I have to get rid of so many energies turn 1. The reason I had to play that aggressive was was pretty much because if this guy got DC and Floatstone or Switch, I was pretty much dead. That's not good. We don't like that. We really do not like that. Anyway, right here I will be forced to again do a really aggressive play, and I will go straight for Pyroar because right now he has nothing to touch my Pyroar, and hopefully that will be good for me. Since this guy is playing this weekend, I'm not sure if benching that Charizard will be good or not. At least not yet, and I don't want to. I really do not want to risk it. It's not worth it. So this has been a really slow game for my opponent. really slow game. We finally see a Phanpy coming down. That tells me the obvious. This is Donphan. And well, he finally gets to play a supporter. Good for him. But even when this guy had such a really slow start, well, dealing with Donphan is not that easy. So I have to be careful about that. Anyway, right here I will get that Pyroar going on because that pretty much will be good. And right there, no, I don't want to bench that Charizard, I think. Right here, maybe the best thing I can do is get rid of one energy, get rid of that Charizard, and go for Electrode, but I did that the wrong way. And I will have to pay for that. Yeah, that Charizard was... benching that Charizard was not good. Was really not good. So it was much better to put it right away on the discard pile. Anyway, right here I'm going to Magnetic Draw. I will attach one energy into my Mewtwo. Just because this guy is playing Mewtwo, that tells me that will accelerate the pace on which I take prizes. If I'm able to knock out Mewtwo, that will put me ahead fast enough for me to really take the game. So right here, if this guy does not get the Floatstone or Switch, my Pyroar will take down this Suicune. That will be great. That will be really good. But unfortunately my Pyroar is going to take damage going into my next turn. Yeah, that's really not good. And right here I actually don't think my opponent is really thinking about wasting one Floatstone right here. It's really not worth it. It's not. Because pretty much he will be losing one Floatstone for no reason, just for 60 damage. That's not good, especially when you are this far behind. Well, not completely far behind, but you know what I mean. So we finally see an end. That's great because I will not have to waste my dowsing machine. That's good. But I'm running really low on resources. 2 of my blacksmiths are gone. Two of my Junipers are gone. One of my Lysanders is gone. One Floatstone is gone. And my Sacred Ash is gone. So, yeah, I have to keep that in mind because I have so many things on my discard pile. And Donphan is annoying. Really, really annoying. Especially because one of my Lysanders is already on the discard pile. And it pretty much gave me nothing. So, that is something I have to look out for. So right here I'm going to bench that Keldeo. I'm going to play that Floatstone. He already played one, what's this thing called? Megaphone. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm pretty safe doing that. At the most I think this guy will be playing 2 Megaphones, and if I'm able to bait my opponent to play that last Megaphone right here, I should be in a really, really good spot. So right there I attach DC into my Charizard just because if I need to, Charizard can actually one-hit knockout one Donphan if I'm able to do that. That will put me in a really good spot. And here we see what I think was a huge mistake. Because I have Mewtwo right here. Oh, by the way, I was able to bait the Megaphone, which is good. Okay, this is one of the biggest mistakes that you can do when playing Donphan. I'm playing Mewtwo and I'm playing Charizard, and you already saw that I'm also obviously playing Muscle Band. If I'm able to promote Mewtwo, one of the Mewtwo's, guess what? I'll be going up in prices really, really fast, and there is nothing that you can do. Yeah, that is something you don't want to happen. So right there was really no reason to bench that Mewtwo, because that actually gives me a win condition, and you don't want to do that when you are playing Donphan. Anyway, my opponent thinks that my only draw stuff will be that Electrode, so he's going to target that thing down. I have not played that many draw supporters, actually, so I'm kind of safe right here. And right there, I'm going to make maybe a really risky move. Yeah. Or not. I don't quite remember. Okay, no, I played safe. You'll see, what I could have done right there was attach that DC into my Mewtwo with 1 energy already. That should... Oh, so I played the risky way. Okay, that's a risk because he already has a Mewtwo with DCE. That's not good. I don't want to knock out this Holucha because I have already so many fire energy on my discard pile. But, on the other hand, my opponent allowed my Pyroar to not take damage. Yeah, my Pyroar is clean right now. Because he really wanted to target down my Electrode. So, that is something that he will not appreciate. Because actually, there's really not much that his field can do against my Pyroar besides that Donphan. And as soon as I get rid of that Donphan, you have nothing to touch this Pyroar. So he should have actually dealt with this Pyroar earlier. Because that would have forced me to promote EX Pokemon. Anyway, right here I'm going to play my second Megaphone just because I think that it's quite safe to do it. And that will get this Curem stuck in the active spot. I now have a Charizard ready for action, that's good. I have a Muscle Band, that's great. Actually, right here my board position is really looking good, especially because my opponent is not considering Pyroar as a threat. Which I really think at this moment is a mistake. You should not underestimate the power of Pyroar when you are playing such a basic-oriented Donphan deck. So we finally see one Fighting Stadium coming down. We see another Floatstone. That's a bummer. That's really, really annoying. I was not expecting this guy to have that Floatstone. We see a Korrina, and right here I'm thinking that maybe Dabro is really not running that many draw supporters. Looks like he's running a more... Oh, another Megaphone. I was really not expecting the third one. Well, it makes sense, I guess. It keeps Sigilyph and Suicune alive against Garbodor, maybe. So anyway, he finally decides to take down my Pyroar. He's going up 1 price from where I stand right now, but again, those two Mewtwo EX on the bench most likely will be my win condition, because as soon as I can get rid of both of them, this should be game. Anyway, right here I'm going to bench that Litleo, because another Pyroar can actually be quite good, and I will get rid of this Holucha. That will put me on even prices, and now again I just have to take down those two Mewtwo's, and that will be GG. Good for me, I have a Lysander in my hand, which most likely means that Mewtwo EX is going down. And my opponent did not draw into DCE, which means this Mewtwo is going to stay alive. Something that my opponent will really not appreciate. And here we finally see the first, this is the first Professor Juniper for my opponent. As you can see, both of us are already running so low on our decks. I have 7 cards remaining, my opponent has 16. Even though he has not been playing that many draw supporters, he really, well, he doesn't have much. Right here I have a couple of options. I can Lysander that Donphan retreat and get rid of that using my Charizard, but since I have my dowsing machine in my hand, I can actually wait so I can do that properly. So right here we see, oh, Professor Juniper priced. Well, that's really not good, but things are really looking good. If I'm able to promote that Mewtwo, again, that will be GG, and there is nothing my opponent can do to avoid that. So right here we're going to see a spinning turn, getting rid of my Mewtwo. That's annoying, and as you can see, my opponent is really trying to keep his win conditions on the field, because he attached DC into that other Donphan, so he can have access to Reg whenever he needs it. So right here, right here I have to be careful. Yeah, right here I really have to be careful. My opponent has gone through a good amount of energies. So I'm thinking, okay, my original plan was to use my dowsing machine in order to get, what's this thing called, another Lysander, and that will be my game condition. But things have changed, and I'm thinking, okay, from the looks of this, he will most likely, not have the energy, and that is the end of Doom. Yeah, that's the end of Doom. My opponent pretty much concedes no energy. He didn't want to, I don't know, he didn't want to deal with my Mewtwo. He did not have resources to deal with my Mewtwo, but that's the end of Doom, and that was game. Yeah, I was going to take down this Fampi, and there was actually nothing on my opponent's side of the field that wanted to take an X-Ball to the face. Because even if he, well, Kyurem was on the verge of death, Mewtwo will not take an X-Ball to the face, especially if I'm able to get another energy, because I already had 4, and those two Donphans will not take an X-Ball to the face. So that's game. That was the game. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content. Thank you all for watching, and let me know what you want to see play until we get Phantom Forces released, which will be next week, I think. Yeah, Wednesday next week or Tuesday next week. I need to check that. Anyway guys, I will see you all next time. See ya.